Hi, John Spark here from Your Travel Planners, and I thought I'd just offer a bit of an update on the events going on in Egypt. And I'm doing this for two reasons. One, hopefully it'll be helpful to you, but two, having recently been to Egypt in October and spent nearly a month there in Egypt and Jordan, it really pains me to see the events that are going on in the streets over there. You know, but I'm not surprised. One of the things that we noticed almost immediately when we were in Egypt, other than the fact there's about 60 million people there and we saw most of them on the road at one point or another, is that they were very upset about how food prices had risen something like 20% in pretty much only a week or two, with no explanation coming from the government. And from what I understand, those food prices kept on rising. So I guess if that started happening to you or me, we would start to get fairly annoyed, especially when there's no explanation. And eventually, of course, they've reached the point where they're at now, where they're fed up with it and prepared to do something about it. And the other thing that really interests me, or not interests me, I guess, I suppose disturbed me, was the fact that these guys they were Muslims, went to great pains to tell us how each and everybody got on so well. So this is not a demonstration amongst themselves so much, but it's more of a demonstration against the system. But what does that mean to you, the traveller? Well, it means that there's some serious things to be considered. Mostly, don't go there is where I would say right now. But as soon as this clears up, I'm sure you'll be able to go and enjoy what Egypt has to offer, a truly amazing country. But there's operators out there now, and excuse me as I glance down at them, but operators like Adventure World, Kentucky, Insight, Trafalgar, to mention a couple, offering, well, they're cancelling all tours up until about the 14th or so of February, and possibly later, but certainly anyone with a booking till then, it is being cancelled, and you're in a position where you can get a full refund. Other operators like Toucan are actually deciding to continue on with their tours. Interesting policy, I would say, at the best, but they're doing that. I guess they've done their homework. And then another operator who I would just have to glance down quickly is Tempo, are offering full refunds on some of their travel and right out until as far as the end of February. So it's all very confusing, and I guess that's the point I wanted to make. If you have booked this on the internet and you're doing it yourself and you were going on to some other destination, as a lot of people do outside of Egypt and Jordan, so maybe Europe, this is starting to get really messy, and you certainly need travel skills to handle it. Also, you've got to remember there's no internet and no telephones operating in Egypt at the moment. Incredibly difficult to communicate. And what I'm saying is this is one of those times when I'm sure a great travel planner will be a great benefit to you. Even though I do accept that right now with internet and telephone being down, even they are going to have trouble communicating. But if you're one of the people who haven't left yet and had travel arrangements, then you might find it much easier to have a travel planner handling it. The second thing that really stands out about this, it's really, really important that you have decent insurance. Full, adequate insurance. Please don't leave without good insurance. I always say to people, if you can't afford insurance, then you can't afford to travel, because believe me, the one time that you don't have it, it's the one time you need it. Murphy's Law. So in conclusion, I just want to check up what else I have on my notes here. I urge you, if you're planning on going to Egypt, once this is cleared up, go, because it is an incredible place. And you know, while these are terrible times for the people over there and for anyone caught up in it, they soon blow over, and it will be their biggest interest to get back to normal as soon as possible, because tourism is a big part of their livelihoods. And the other thing you need to note, that lots of the main tourist attractions are not necessarily where all of the disruption and violence are happening. So this is, finally, one thing, if you have any questions, then please make a comment down below and we'll do our best to respond as soon as we can. Or of course you can call us on 98424900. Prefix that with a 08 if you're calling from some other part of Australia other than Western Australia. So this is John Spark saying, without your travel planner, you are on your own.